politics, snark, and heavy metal music.
All rise, motherfuckers.
For your hosts, Brandon
And Matt.
Hide the rum.
Performer hasn't been provided with a script. As a matter of fact, I have been permitted to choose my own words and discuss my own ideas regarding the choice that we face in the next few weeks. I have spent most of my life as a Democrat. I recently have seen fit to follow another course.
The defense policy of the United States is based on a simple premise. The United States does not start fights. We will never be an aggressor.
As for the peace that we would preserve, I wonder who among us would like to approach the wife or mother whose husband or son has died in South Vietnam and ask them if they think this is a peace that should be maintained indefinitely. There can be no real peace while one American is dying someplace in the world for the rest of us. We're at war with the most dangerous enemy that has ever faced mankind in his long climb from the swamp to the stars. And it's been said if we lose that war, and in so doing lose this way of freedom of ours, history will record with the greatest astonishment that those who had the most to lose did the least to prevent its happening. Well, I think it's time we ask ourselves if we still know the freedoms that were intended for us by the Founding Fathers.
Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. You and I must protect and preserve freedom here, or it will not be passed on to our children, and it will disappear everywhere in the world.
If we lose freedom here, there's no place to escape to. This is the last stand on earth. And this idea that government is beholden to the people, that it has no other source of power except the sovereign people, is still the newest and the most unique idea in all the long history of man's relation to man. This is the issue of this election. Whether we believe in our capacity for self-government or whether we abandon the American Revolution and confess that a little intellectual elite in a far distant capital can plan our lives for us better than we can plan them ourselves. Regardless of their sincerity, their humanitarian motives, those who would trade our freedom for security have embarked on this downward course. They knew that governments don't control things. A government can't control the economy without controlling people. And they know when a government sets out to do that, it must use force and coercion to achieve its purpose.
We, the people. We, the people, tell the government what to do. It doesn't tell us. We, the people, are the driver. The government is the car. Almost all the world's constitutions are documents in which governments tell the people what their privileges are. Our Constitution is a document in which we, the people, tell the government what it is allowed to do.
This administration in Washington has betrayed the working men and women of this country.
I hope we have once again reminded people that man is not free unless government is limited. There's a clear cause and effect here that is as neat and predictable as a law of physics. As government expands, liberty contracts.
A recession is when your neighbor loses his job. A depression is when you lose yours. And recovery is when President of the United States loses his.
Someday, when the time comes to deliver the final ultimatum, our surrender will be voluntary, because by that time, we will have been weakened from within spiritually, morally, and economically. The martyrs of history were not fools. Where then is the road to peace? Well, it's a simple answer after all. You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to take the last step into 1,000 years of darkness.
Jack, what the hell, man? Hey, welcome everybody to obviously the Machine Radio Show. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Matt.
And again, why am I sounding so quiet?
Because you're a quiet-spoken person.
I am not. But it does sound like it's fairly quiet. It's kind of annoying a little bit. Yeah, okay. It's those. Give me more volume, sir.
More volume.
More volume.
More volume.
I must have more volume. Give me more volume. I cannot hear myself. I think that one's mine. Is that one mine?
Yeah, that one's one.
Okay. So if I scream into it, it's not going to hurt yours. It's just going to hurt my own. All righty. Anyhow, we are once again live, and apparently, should we explain to Jack, to Fishy Boy, what happened to the old setup?
Yeah, because he has no idea what's happened.
Jack, I lost everything in a tornado. That's the best way to put it, buddy. All my stuff went with Dorothy and Toto. Some went ahead and, they took off with it towards Kansas or some shit. It's all gone. I am in a basically replacement studio. I'm borrowing a friend of mine's place to do the show for now until such a time as I have a place of my own again to do it with. So yeah, now you know. It's all gone, dude. And Mark, shut it. Hello, listener Sean. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, guys.
Oh, dude, it's
Jack's probably like, I feel like an ass now.
He does. He does now. Look, I mean, look.
Yeah, I see that.
It is what it is, Jack. The entire Machine Radio Show studio is wiped. It's gone. Wait, what's the sound?
Kraken.
That works. We're gonna need that. I'll just recap for you, buddy. For Jack, December 1st. A F3 tornado came tearing through my town and mostly in my neighborhood and wiped everything out. Well, not everything. I mean, there's some structures still standing and stuff like that, but a lot of people lost a lot of stuff. I mean, it was bad. It was very bad. People lost their homes. I lost my business in the studio. A lot of people were affected by this, but hey, I'm still alive. The show must go on. You're not getting rid of me that easy, buddy. I'm still here. But that being said, let's get right to it. I believe we got this this issue with some sort of other country.
Which one?
Well, they all don't like us because we the badasses.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, I think I was talking about Syria. What is going on in Syria right now?
Well, there's still plenty going on in Syria. Let's see, we still got Russia over there. We're still battling ISIS over there.
Well, you do remember that at one point in time, we did, in fact, butt heads with the Russians in Syria, and they didn't like the outcome.
No.
It wasn't a staged event. They didn't know they didn't know it was us. We didn't know it was them. But apparently they stepped on our toes and we kicked the shit. We ran them off and they're like, sorry, wrong place. All right. Well, hey, it's Jack's birthday tomorrow.
Awesome.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Well, apparently the president wants to leave Syria abruptly.
Yeah, withdraw, correct.
All right, what do you have on that?
On his withdrawal, there isn't a whole lot on it. It's just mysterious. He's just saying he's wanting to get the troops out because, it was a campaign promise. But
Well, we were. It was also a campaign promise to be in Syria and kick the shit out of people.
well, we can't. Well, here's the thing: is there's a slight problem with that because if we leave, we're going to leave a vacuum again.
Yeah. Yep. I can agree with that.
We already got aggressors like Russia and Iran who are wanting to overrun and take it over, which Putin's pretty happy that we're going to be withdrawing.
Oh yeah, because it gives him a chance to keep on pushing his bullshit through there.
Pushing his agenda.
Yeah, I know there is, Sean, that there isn't necessarily an organized ISIS threat. And yeah, since we stopped funding them, because, Obama kept giving them money. But I think we should have went in there and did like years past. Again, like I said, with Iraq and Afghanistan, which is not hearts and minds, but to go in there and kick ass, and that's it. Go in there and be like, we're coming for you, and we are going to wipe you out. And then do it. And whoever gets in the way, well, we fuck them up too. Just saying, that's the way it should be. Remember, like in World War II and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, we dropped leaflets occasionally. We dropped leaflets and said, anybody who's not the enemy, get the fuck out of town. We're coming in, and we're gonna ruin this bitch. And we did. Sean, you got to find me some more of the NPC stuff. Seriously, some of that shit's pretty good. Some of that shit is amazing. But listener Sean said that the NPC talk would stammer all over the comment that Putin applauded this move, as if the Don is an agent of Russia. He's got a point. They swear up and down that they still think that they're holding, hoping against hope, holding on to that little shred of possibility that Trump colluded with the Russians to steal the election, and he's running the world, and he's Putin's puppet, and everything that he's done in Syria has been the exact opposite of what Putin wants. If he's his fucking puppet, then he ain't very good at it.
Yeah.
But like Matt said, there's not a whole lot about this out there as of yet. He did, like you said, it is, it was a campaign promise or whatever, but it was also a campaign promise to, bitch slap ISIS back into the Stone Age.
Correct.
Which unfortunately for them would probably be an upgrade. But still, that was one of the promises, and I think we should stick with that. I believe that we should actually send more troops into Syria, almost as a show of force, don't you think?
Yeah.
Like, listen, this is just a taste. Just like a 48-hour period, just unleash them.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 2 days to go after these guys and fuck shit up. And I think that would have worked out. But that's my own opinion. But there's some fallback to this too. Unfortunately, and there always will be. Well, we're going to get into the other part. That's actually another segment, so I really don't want to say who's retiring or what as of yet. But there's definitely going to be some fallback on this, and this is the first time I've seen both parties kind of be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But then again, they've said that before, and it's actually worked out for the better. So I'm not going to defend the man on this because I believe we should still be there. But at the same time, we don't know the motive. We don't know why.
Right.
So when it comes out, you better believe we're going to address it because I'm even wearing one of his, one of the shirts that I made right now, which was basically just I made the shirt to piss people off. Am I wrong?
No.
But at the same time, we're not Trump fanboys, okay? If he fucks up, and we believe he fucks up, we're going to fuck him up. Am I wrong?
No.
Have we ever left anyone alone before?
Mm-mm.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we've went after just about everybody in. Can you see what? Why am I suddenly scared? Jack asked, "Can I see it?" Last time somebody said it to me,
Can I see it?
I think he's talking about the shirt. I hope he's talking about the shirt.
Never know.
And the dick jokes have started. Yep. Okay, I just got to clarify, in this day and age, sometimes, I mean, the last time somebody said, "Can I see it?" Well, they saw it. But, all right, let me get up. I got to take my headphones off. That's not all of it. Of course, you got the beautiful, wonderful flag right here. You got his signature on the arm. And the back is the best part. You're going to have to direct me because I can't see my own ass. I don't have eyes on the back of my ass. Man, we need more room. More space. Can you see it?
Pull his shirt down. There you go. It wasn't the Russians. It was me.
Okay, I hope you saw that and enjoy the free ass shot. But I made this shirt to piss people off, and it is actually true. It wasn't the Russians. It was us. We did vote for him. Oh, hold on a second. Let me get this. Listener Sean, watch them announce the Mideast style NATO. Oh man, come on! Don't do that to me. They could mind their own business. Yeah, I can agree with that. And yes, listener Mark, I've made several shirts to piss people off. And on Mixer, Backcannon said they cannot stay very long. But that's great. I mean, the fact that you joined us at all is amazing. And I agree with that. Veterans should come first. And Merry Christmas to you as well. We do not say Happy Holidays here. We are not politically correct. And yeah, definitely tell your husband thank you. Thank you for his service. And yes, Trump should listen to Mad Dog. St. Mattis is a badass, and he knows his shit. He knows what he's doing. And we will, yeah. And we're going to be talking about actually about Mattis here very shortly. Now that was let out of the bag here, you want to go ahead and take a quick break, and then we'll get into Mattis's resignation letter?
Well, the only thing I wanted to state is, is I don't agree with Trump pulling out because we did make a commitment to Syria. We did make a commitment stating that we would stay until ISIS was defeated. There are still ISIS fighters there. They estimate about 15,000. We did make a commitment to wipe them out first before we would pull out. So we're kind of going back on our word. That's how I'm seeing it right now. And then we can go to break because I'll feed into the rest of it later.
Well, I haven't even actually set up for a break yet, so you can keep talking for a minute. And there's Mr. Al.
Hey,
Trucker Al's joined us.
Trucker Al.
So which one of the new ones do you want to play real quick? Which one of these three?
Let's go with the middle one.
Okay, as soon as I find it. I don't think I transferred it over. And I sure didn't. In fact, the other one I don't think actually downloaded. That's a problem. All right. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a couple minutes here.
Hey lefties, liberals and progressives, this is not a safe space. I repeat, this is not a safe space.
If you are one of those squishies who are easily offended, put on your safety pins, pussy hats, and leave this radio station. Or you can free yourself and get educated.
Well, hell yeah! I tried to twist him up, but he wouldn't have it. Hell no. This old boy's wild. We about to have to keep this one.
You are listening to the Machine Radio Show with your hosts, Brandon
and Matt.
talking about a bunch of hobos with fingers in each other's pooper in a stranger's car with talk radio playing really loud. It's going to be a nice evening.
Okay, shit just got real weird. I think I'm gonna need a safe space.
What the? Are those friends of yours, Matt?
Oh, hell no.
Are you sure?
Oh, shut your dumpster and start the show already.
Well, all right, pissy pants. Let's do everything you want to do. And obviously, you know, we have returned. And you know what? Before we start talking about St. Mattis, we got to take care of something here. I'm tired of looking at this shit. We got to drink it. So, man, I can't believe I'm going to drink. Wait, I don't even know what to drink to on this one because this next part kind of pisses me off. It hurts me in a very personal way. I don't know. What do you think?
Shoot, I have no idea either. It's hard to come up with something, especially with this.
Well, with everything that's going on, we have a lot less to drink to. Well, you know what? This one's for WSP Live.
Sounds good.
Outstanding. Al, I know what you're trying to say, and we have varying degrees of living, and I'm pretty sure I'm kind of in the zombie section at the moment. Anyhow, as we were saying, we had to talk about the fallout from, from this whole Syrian pullout thing, and one of them is this: Secretary of Defense Mattis. St. Mattis, the badass of all badasses, is stepping down. And we actually have a copy of his letter here, but apparently the Salvation Army seems to be more important because it's covering up my screen. Thanks a lot. No, Salvation Army is very important. In fact, you're helping my friend who lost his home in the tornado, so thank you. But still, get off my screen. And now fucking Quaker Oats.
Quaker Oats. I'd rather have had the Salvation Army stay up there.
Yeah. Because I can't even read half of it. I mean, I'm trying to give him the information on this letter, and I'm going to be missing words. It's like taking a page and tearing it and, tearing a corner off it and be like, okay, I can understand this. So do you want to go ahead?
You want me to just read the entire thing, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Dear Mr. President, I have been privileged to serve as our country's 26th Secretary of Defense, which has allowed me to serve alongside our men and women of the Department in defense of our citizens and our ideals. I am proud of the progress that has been made over the past 2 years on some of the key goals articulated in our national defense strategy, putting the department on a more sound budgetary footing, improving readiness and lethality in our forces, and reforming the department's business practices for greater performance. Our troops continue to provide the capabilities needed to prevail in conflict and sustain strong U.S. global influence. One core belief I have always held is that our strength as a nation is inextricably linked to the strength of our unique and comprehensive system of alliances and partnerships. While the U.S. remains the indispensable nation in the free world, we cannot protect our interests or serve that role effectively without maintaining strong alliances and showing respect to those allies. Like you, I have said from the beginning that the armed forces of the United States should not be the policemen of the world. Instead, we must use all tools of American power to provide for the common defense, including providing effective leadership to our alliances. 29 democracies demonstrated that strength in their commitment to fighting alongside us following the 9/11 attack on America. The defeat ISIS coalition of 74 nations is further proof. Similarly, I believe we must be resolute and unambiguous in our approach to those countries whose strategic interests are increasingly in tension with ours. It is clear that China and Russia, for example, want to shape a world consistent with their authoritarian model, gaining veto authority over the nation's economic, diplomatic, and security decisions to promote their own interests
picking up a turd by its clean end
at the expense of their neighbors, America and our allies. That is why we must use all the tools of American power to provide for the common defense. My views on treating allies with respect and also being clear-eyed about both malign actors and strategic competitors are strongly held and informed by over 4 decades of immersion in these issues. We must do everything possible to advance an international order that is most conducive to our security, prosperity, and values, and we are strengthened in this effort by the solidarity of our alliances. Because you have the right to have a Secretary of Defense whose views are better aligned with yours on these and other subjects, I believe it is the right for me to step down from my position. The end date for my tenure is February 28th of 2019, a date that should allow sufficient time for a successor to be nominated and confirmed, as well as to make sure the department's interests are properly articulated and protected at upcoming events to include congressional posture hearings and the NATO Defense Ministerial meeting in February. Further, that a full transition to a new Secretary of Defense occurs well in advance of the transition of Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staffs in September in order to ensure stability within the department. I pledge my full effort to a smooth transition that ensures the needs and interests of the 2.15 million service members and 732,079 civilians receive undistracted attention of the department at all times so that they can fulfill their critical, round-the-clock mission to protect the American people. Very much appreciate this opportunity to serve the nation and our men and women in uniform.
So did I kind of throw you off with the picking up a turd thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was for Russia and China, though, just so you know. It's a good letter. I like the way he did it, but at the same time, it's also very vague. It doesn't really give you an exact reason as to why he's. I know it's a difference in opinion probably, and we've already expressed our opinion on such as well that we believe that the Syrian thing should have been ramped up and not knocked down. But what do you think his thoughts are on this? What necessarily do you think is the motive for stepping down?
Well, kind of like what I was saying about we had made a commitment to Syria. Now we're basically saying, fuck you, take care of yourself. We're going to pull out. And Mattis isn't like that, with his core beliefs. We should still be there and fulfill our commitment before we withdraw.
Right. And I'm with him on that. I'm with him on that aspect, definitely. Trump probably didn't ask Mattis to step down because I believe the man's terrified of him. I'm dead serious. I think he's like, no, I ain't fucking with Mattis, man. That's just not cool. Mattis is gonna crush my larynx. He's gonna knife hand me to death. He's gonna be like, and then Trump's gonna be like, done. What did listener Sean say here? Man, read that and tell me what you think. I'm almost in agreement with our listener on this one.
Something that occurred to me when he was reading that, it will bring the narrative to national defense. 5D chess move.
What do you think? You think Sean might be onto something here?
I don't know.
You never know.
Mm-hmm.
There's a very big possibility in that. But I'm still kind of, like I said, definitely kind of depressing to know that Mattis is going to go.
Yeah.
And I hopefully, as it unfolds, that he gives us a little bit more information as to why, because we don't want to be sitting here with speculation and wonder, what exactly happened. I mean, I'd rather the man come out and say, anything like, okay, well, we didn't agree with our with our approach on Syria. Neither one of us, we couldn't come to an amicable agreement or anything else like that. Or I'd even take it him going, well, the president doesn't know what the fuck he's doing over there, so I'm walking off. I would accept those two answers. I really would. But I wonder what his next endeavor is going to be. Because he ain't done.
Mm-mm.
He'll be doing something else. So we just want to know what. I can't picture St. Mattis sitting in his garage weaving baskets. Or tending a garden or something like that. I seriously, I'm just picturing this man retiring, going, and you see him in an apron cooking fucking muffins,
sitting on the porch whittling knife hands.
Yeah, yeah, something. I just don't know. I mean, I don't know. But there's always this wonder that we're gonna have about that. Okay, I thought somebody else was getting in on that. All right. Let's go back. I don't know. Again, citing what I said, I want to go back to it here real quick and look at something if it'll allow me to. Even Trump and his damn Twitter account. He says General Jim Mattis will be retiring with distinction at the end of February after having served my administration as Secretary of Defense for the past 2 years. During Jim's tenure, tremendous progress has been made, especially with respect to the purchase of new fighting equipment. I hate it when Twitter does that, cuts it off.
Yeah.
New fighting equipment. General Mattis was a great help to me in getting allies and other countries to pay their share of military obligations. A new Secretary of Defense will be named shortly. I greatly thank Jim for his service. Well, again, do you think the reason why the president isn't talking shit about him is because he's terrified of him?
More than likely.
Yeah, he. Listen, Sean, you got a point at that. Didn't he kind of have something to do with the contractor work? You're gonna have to. Yeah, because I don't remember. I swear up and down that there was something about him doing some contractor work, or at least training or whatever. I'm sure we could probably find something on that if we really looked hard enough. But since Sean brought it up, maybe he's got the inside scoop. No, he does not.
What?
Oh man, you're gonna make me look it up. Why you wanna hurt me? All right, let's see what we got here. No, apparently not. If it is, it's probably way back in there, and we're not going to find it right away. But that seems like a kind of a job move I could see him doing. I definitely don't want to see him, like I said, in a nice frilly apron, baking muffins. It's just not good. Not good for Mattis.
I could see him being like, picture Chef Gordon Ramsay, but 20 times worse. This guy would throw knife hands at him.
It's like, I am going to fuck you.
You fucking idiot.
How the fuck did you fuck that up, shitbird? I can, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm with you on that. It's a possibility. Dude, that'd be like the best cooking show ever.
Uh-huh. He can open up his own restaurant.
Yeah. Man, why are we even talking about this, really? I am trying to find that song I downloaded a minute ago, so keep talking.
Well, I was going to say, wasn't it Tuesday that Mike Flynn had his sentence hearing?
Yeah.
You know, and this is, you know, Pelosi's jumping all over this with Trump peeling out of Russia. She's claiming that it has something to do with Michael Flynn's sentence hearing.
Oh, man, do we have to talk about that head of cabinet?
We don't have to, but just give it time. It's going to be all over the place out there.
Oh, no arguments with that. I mean, there's a very big possibility of that, but still, I just kind of lament ever talking about that woman. She is a waste of airspace.
Yeah, because, you know, they're not going to let go of the whole, you know, Russian collusion thing. They're going to tie all this together somehow.
Oh, they'll make an attempt. You know they will.
Mm-hmm.
But the question is how they're going to make it stick. And so far, they haven't. It's like the largest, weirdest conspiracy theory type crap I have ever, unfortunately, witnessed. Don't you think?
Uh-huh.
It just doesn't make any sense. But then again, does anything that she's ever said make any sense?
So far, no.
Yeah, apparently that song didn't stick around. And I really wanted everybody to hear that one too. That's too bad. Well, anyhow, I guess I should use something else for break then, huh? What do you think? No, audio is not low. It's just me, talking. For the moment, yes, I could see that happening, Roger. But the tariffs they're helping and hurting at the same time, if that makes sense. There's a very big possibility that's going to change, and it's going to be good. I mean, so far it's been pretty good for us as a whole. Unfortunately, growth is painful.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that we're having growth at all is amazing. But you know what? Let's go ahead and take a break.
All right.
How about we rock out to the new AKC?
Sweet.
It's very different, by the way. It's kind of a culture shock, but I like what he's done here. Waylon really shows his talent. The whole band shows their talent, their talent in every song that they play. But this one's a bit different, so you're kind of probably going to get shocked. So I'm not even going to do the. Yeah, you know what? Hold on a second. I got to find something real quick. Matt,
You want to do the sound bite for it?
Yeah. I was like, I wasn't going to. Now I'm going to. I have changed my mind.
It's not allowed.
Well, fuck it. Okay, we are going to take a break. We'll be right back.
This is Waylon from A Killer's Confession, so pay attention. You're listening to Brandon and Matt on the Machine Radio Show.
I'm faded, I don't wanna be sedated. Everything around means nothing. The feeling of I can't go on with everything crashing down. I'm running but yet I'm stuck in delay. Nothing is real, it's all a mistake. I'm taking the pills, I'm running away. Will anyone take my place? I'm stepping out of line. I'm so lost. Show me what I need to be alive. Show me what I need to survive. Frustration, longing for just one sensation. See through the manipulation, the feeling that I can go on when everything's crashing down. But how can I live when nothing is real? The harder I pray, the harder I kneel. I'm not conditioned to say what I feel. Will anyone take my place? I'm stepping out of line. I'm so lost. Show me what I need to be alive. Show me what I need to survive. This crazy poison in my vein, it steals my will and numbs the pain. What I need to be alive. I'm running but yet I'm stuck in delay. Nothing is real, it's all a mistake. I'm taking the pills and figure away. The harder I kneel, the harder I pray. But how can I live when nothing is real? The harder I pray, the harder I feel. I'm not conditioned to say what I feel. I'm all on a run, so how do I heal? I'm running but yet I'm stuck in delay. Nothing is real, it's all a mistake. I'm taking the pills, I'm further away. The harder I kneel, the harder I pray. Show me what I need to be alive. Show me what I need to survive. This crazy poison in my vein, it steals my will and numbs the pain. What I need to be alive.
If it's that time again to indulge yourself with some new ink, or maybe a body piercing, then Forever Yours Tattoo Studio is the place for you. With 27 years experience in tattoos and body piercing, artist Ricky Johnson has you covered, pun intended. Freehand or custom drawn art, maybe some permanent cosmetics, repair of the half done or faded work you got years ago. Or maybe you need a cover up on that nasty scratcher ink you got in a dusty old basement with a sewing needle. Ricky will take care of you. Forever Yours is located at 209 West Main Cross Street in Taylorville. Stop on in or give them a call at 217-824-2INK. They are open Wednesday through Saturday, 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. They are also open 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. every other Tuesday. Forever Yours is a health board certified business using modern sterilizing equipment. Tell them the two nutballs on the Machine Radio Show sent you.
You're like an onion.
an outer layer of cocksucker, and when you peel it away, there is 10 more layers of cocksucker underneath.
That doesn't go to me right now, though. That goes to the listener, Sean.
Harsh.
Yeah. May never come back from that. All right, what do you say you had for us?
Anybody had heard about the Pittsburgh mayor declaring intent to ban guns in violation of state law?
Really now?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. This was a few days ago. Pittsburgh Mayor William, I'm going to slaughter his last name just because, Peduto. I guess that's how you pronounce it. He held a press conference to propose a trio of anti-gun city ordinances that, if enacted, would constitute a direct violation of Pennsylvania's state firearms preemption law and Pennsylvania's Supreme Court precedent.
Tell me more.
And he had a lot of backing from council members too.
Well, not surprising. They're all a bunch of fucking weasels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is my boomstick.
As you work, carry on.
And also, the backing of the Pennsylvania governor, Tom Wolf. Let's see here. He's also at the press release from the mayor's office. Mayor Peduto had asked cities around the country to support Pittsburgh's measures and or introduce similar legislations to create nationwide momentum behind the critically needed gun changes.
You mean confiscation and the direct
Yes.
Damage to the Second Amendment itself?
Yes, and I will give you the 3 legislative proposals. The first one is a total ban on commonly owned semi-automatic firearms. 2, a total ban on several types of common firearm accessories and standard capacity magazines. And 3, the development of a procedure to confiscate an individual's firearms without due process of law.
What does that sound like to you? What do you think that represents? What do you think that sounds like? I believe that'd be definitely a tyrannical move, wouldn't it not be?
Yeah.
So that would be, that'd be tyranny. Yeah, all I can say to that guy.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Yeah, I would say under the proposed semi-automatic ban, it would be unlawful to manufacture, sell. Shut up. Vector, go to sleep.
I liked him better when his battery was dead. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's see. Let me back up here. Semi-automatic ban, it would be unlawful to manufacture, sell, purchase, transport, carry, store, or otherwise hold in one's possession a firearm defined as an assault weapon. In which the legislation defines assault weapons by listing several models of commonly owned semi-automatic firearms, including the Colt AR-15 and certain configurations of the Ruger Mini 14.
Okay. What else?
Let's see. It also goes on to add the definition of assault weapon, semi-automatic rifles, pistols, shotguns that meet a certain set of criteria.
There's folding stocks and
telescoping stocks. There's a whole freaking list. Pistol grips, bayonet mounts, flash suppressors, grenade launcher is literally listed in this proposal.
The Mosin Nagant has a bayonet mount.
Yeah.
That is not an assault rifle. That is if you hopefully get 5 shots off and live rifle.
But they're wanting to eliminate everything.
Well, yeah,
from
I'm
going through all this. Legislation would also prohibit the possession of machine guns lawfully registered under the National Firearms Act. I mean, there was just a whole list of crap on there. Legislative proposal targeting common firearms accessories would ban the possession of firearm magazines that have the capacity of or can be readily restored or converted to accept more than 10 rounds of ammunition. So there goes all your guns with magazines.
Every single weapon that I have.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I have that holds 5 rounds is that Mosin.
Mm-hmm. But they found a way to eliminate that one, too.
Yeah, bayonet mount.
The ordinance would also ban any semi-automatic centerfire rifle that can accept a detachable magazine and is equipped with either a pistol grip, what is that, thumb hole stock, folding or telescoping.
Thumb hole stock? Are you fucking kidding me?
Nope. Folding or telescoping stock, or a forward pistol grip, amongst another list of items.
Thumb hole. Think about that. Thumb hole stock. He wants to ban thumb hole stocks. A lot of your hunters are using thumb hole stocks.
I'm pretty sure their whole proposal is to eliminate all guns.
It sure as fuck sounds like it.
And of course, both pieces of legislation impose severe penalties on those who refuse to submit to the city's unlawful mandates. You'll be fined $1,000 and costs for each offense, and in default of payment, may be imprisoned for not more than 90 days.
Yeah, this sounds an awful lot like tyranny.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this guy needs to read the Second Amendment and read the reason why we have the Second Amendment.
Yeah, and the final proposal empowers law enforcement to search for and confiscate an individual's firearms without due process. Just basically acting on merely a petition offered by a law enforcement official or family or household member. A court could issue an order for an individual's firearms to be seized. Sorry.
Well, they are being sieged. But doesn't it sound an awful lot like California?
Mm-hmm. And the bad thing about this is they're wanting the rest of the country to follow suit.
And yes, listener Sean, that is in fact a leftist list of leftist laundry list of gun ban stuff because they have no fucking clue what they are, what they do, or the statistics thereof, or anything else. And you can't really argue with these people because they're just too. Go ahead.
They have a mindset that what they believe is right, and there's no way to change that. Guns are bad, guns kill people, so we must get rid of them. That's the mindset.
Yeah, well.
Surprise, motherfucker.
They would be wrong, and I would love to get in on this. I mean, we try to do things that are actually local to us. We really do. Mm-hmm. We try to do things that are local to us, but this is a slippery slope into bullshit. Apparently, this mayor doesn't know his oath from a hole in the ground. He obviously doesn't know anything about the Second Amendment or its original intention or the way it is used throughout every single daily life, really.
Mm-hmm. And some of these council members and even including the governor that are trying to back this, they all benefited from the Michael Bloomberg's Every Town for Gun Safety. Yeah, they benefited about $500,000 from that.
That sounds about right.
So of course they're going to be behind this.
Yeah, there's so much I would love to say to that man if I could meet him personally. Shh. Not as good as the wooden chair one.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I think of it. This guy's making me want to drink. Well, let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
To the Constitution, the Second Amendment, and the fact that, it's still here and it always will be, I guarantee, as long as we're around. Yes. That is right. I really miss that stuff. You know, I've kind of been on a whiskey kick. No, see, listener Mark, they wouldn't apply. The Second Amendment wouldn't even apply to muskets anymore because they have bayonet lugs.
Yep.
Let that sink in for a minute. They're trying to eradicate the Second Amendment.
I'm going to share this article on our Facebook page.
Yeah,
you can actually go through it and read the list of all the stuff that's.
We need to actually start doing that because we never use that page. Yeah, and that's why nobody
forget about it.
That's why nobody goes there because we don't use it. You are an admin on our own page, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe I still am.
Okay. Well, take your time. You're not going fast enough, sir. Take your time.
I also posted it in Weaponized Sloth.
That works. Oh, I got a special one for him. Just trying to find it.
I bet you do.
Well, there's one that we can't play anymore because apparently our license doesn't allow it. So I won't be using that one.
All right.
Yeah, this one works.
That was just uploaded on our page, so.
Just now?
Yep. So it should be showing now.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, go ahead and go through the Pittsburgh law and see what you think of it.
Yeah, this one's definitely going to go for him. This is a message to him, actually, from us.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yep.
All right, we'll be right back.
It's like a heart attack. I see the shock when you face it. We couldn't take it, so we got a little wasted. I'd really love to see the look on their face when you open your eyes. When you open your eyes.
What you listening to? The Machine Radio Show.
What did you say? I didn't stutter. I said
The Machine Radio Show. You just blew my mind.
You're welcome.
Enjoy the show.
Thank you very much, the FCC, for proving that free speech just isn't free.
Listener Sean's in rare form tonight, man.
Listener Sean is savage tonight. Some of the shit that he's
We're gonna have to shut him
posting.
down.
I'm like, damn, man.
Dude, next break we're shutting him down, man. We're I'll find the most savage shit we got on this computer. Like, here, will this make you happy? Will this fix the problems? Cock. So, I hear these funny things, and I was kind of going through some stuff earlier and noticed that there was a particular GoFundMe going around.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Apparently, a veteran has made a GoFundMe for the border wall.
I'm actually surprised it took this long for one to pop up.
Right.
I'm surprised that there wasn't one in the very beginning, because I'm pretty sure if it was at the very beginning, it'd be funded right now. But it's kind of up there right now.
Yeah, it is, and it's particularly amazing. Like, they're saying, "Oh, well, no, nobody really wants the border wall. We want open borders, stuff like that." Yet, as of just a little bit ago, it's over $8 million and counting in like 2 days. So I believe there are some people out there that apparently wanted enough to share that kind of money. I wonder how many people have actually contributed. Can we find that out? Can you find the?
I'm pretty sure I could.
Yeah,
oh,
do
just
that.
just by the way, listener Sean's at it again.
Oh, what a mother. Such language. Yeah, well,
the one about the interpretive dance, something about
yeah,
hot
I know,
talk.
fucker.
Surprise, motherfucker.
If you're worried about language, you're listening to the wrong show. I'm just gonna put that out there for you. Hey, have you found anything yet? What about now?
Oh, there's some.
And now?
This
How about
one
now?
This one was about an hour ago.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see.
What are we up to?
Looks like we're over 5 million right now in donations.
When I checked earlier, it was over 8.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, this was about an hour ago. Like
Don't those things show lists of contributors?
I don't know. I don't know if that's a setting.
Oh, come on, man. You're killing me here.
Yeah. It looks like about, I'm going to round it up. It looks like about 1,500 donors right now, as of Thursday evening, which would be this evening.
Okay, yeah. There might be, like Joe Blow who tossed $5 at it, and then one guy's like, "Well, here, I'm a millionaire. Here's a couple mil."
Yeah, here's a couple mil.
Yeah, something like that, because that's not going to work out. You're talking in the hundreds of thousands of dollars probably to make it that far.
Uh-huh.
But still, the fact that it's even happening, I mean, this shows the left is always saying, "Well, we the people don't want a border wall. We want open borders. We want to take care of everybody." And all this other shit that they keep trying to fucking toss down your throat. And then you find out that it's not so true, which is kind of normal for them, I guess, to have no truth in what they say.
Mm-hmm.
because the people actually want the border wall. Yeah, the people actually want not just the border wall, but to deal with illegal immigration as a whole, because it is draining our fucking society. Part of the reason why, actually, a big reason, part of the reason why we are in such a high debt is, well, they are in fact a burden on the system, and you got people that, oh no, they're not, no, they're not. Yeah, actually, they are.
Yeah, they are.
They are a very, very large percentage of it, actually. Is not true. Okay. I personally, and this is this is my belief, and obviously a lot of you have the same idea around this. The wall needs to be there. Immigration needs to be fixed. And why? Because it slaps everybody in the face who came here legally. The Democrats' idea is, okay, we'll take care of it. What we'll do is we'll just give everybody amnesty and they can stay. No, fucker. That's not how it works. There's ports of entry for a reason. There's, consulates and embassies and everything else like that. If you want to have asylum, you can file for asylum. Especially these ones that are down there now, who supposedly walked all this way to go to one country, when actually the rules of asylum are you go to the first country you come across. You do not skip over several to get to the one. The reason why they want to be here is because what? Why would they want to come here?
Ooh, these leeches? Are you talking about the leeches or the people who legally want to be here?
The illegal ones.
The illegal ones? They
Yes,
want to
sir.
be here because you can get all kinds of free shit.
You think?
Yeah.
Like what?
Let's see.
What can we get?
Well, if you open up your own business, you don't get you don't tax for it.
For 5 years, yeah. And you know what happens then? Then they pass it on to the family member, and they're tax free for 5 years. Mm-hmm. Next.
Let's see. You can get SNAP benefits, free health care.
Oh, what's SNAP?
Like food stamps.
Oh.
I guess. You get money for food.
Again,
free
coming out of my
healthcare.
taxes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Free health care.
What's free?
Mm-hmm.
It's not free for me.
No, it's not free for you, but it's free for them.
Well, that's not fair. What else?
Oh, what else is there? Well, they can get a phone. Somebody's got to pay for that shit.
Motherfucker. There's a reason why I still have an S6 active that looks like it has been shot. I'm too poor to buy another phone. Go ahead. I know there's other things out there.
What else is there?
Oh, there's quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
There's quite a bit.
I actually found this is a bit off the topic, but I actually found the GoFundMe page for that.
Did you know?
Yeah, it's almost at 9.5 million. And you were wanting to know how many people have donated.
I love your wordplay tonight. It's
I'm
amazing.
going to round it up about 155,000 people,
Beautiful.
and that's in 3 days.
That's beautiful. Yep, driver's license is automatically registered them to vote. Yeah, we know.
Education.
We gotta get that education out there, because we don't want stupid immigrants.
Well,
it's because I shot it. No, it's probably because some head of cabbage that was shooting with me can't shoot, and that's why the phone got shot. So there's all these wonderful things that these illegal aliens are they're getting, and I'm sorry, I'm not calling them immigrants. They're aliens.
Mm-hmm.
They're foreign to this country. And bye-bye. Go back to your home. I mean, some of them down there are saying, well, you know what? We've thought about it very deeply, and if you just give us $50,000, we'll go back home.
Oh yeah, they're all about the money, aren't they?
Yeah,
they don't give a shit about this
But
country.
they said that, you know, they're trying to claim asylum because they're terrified of their home country. But if you give them 50 grand, they'll go home.
Bullshit!
Yeah, but when General Mattis was sending troops down to the border and he made a trip down there himself, how many of them got up and said, "Well, I've got to get back to work tomorrow, so I need to head back home"? Wait, but you're fleeing from this country because it's so bad to you.
Yeah, they saw St. Matt's and like, fuck this. I mean, like,
Knife hands. Surprise, motherfucker.
You know, he's standing at the border wall and he's like, "Yep, I'm here."
They're like, "Senor Knife Hands is coming."
I mean, I can see him just look at. I'm sorry, man. It's just such a badass. I can see him just look at one and be like,
"Stop whining."
Yeah. And fine, since Sean is seemingly beating us to death for every audio file we've played tonight, we'll go with this and see what he says about this one. After we talk about it.
I wanted to. I think they get free housing too. I'm almost
all
positive
that money,
they get free housing.
All that money I throw away a year to have a roof over my head.
Yeah. Yep.
Man, I'm in the wrong business.
Agreed.
Maybe I should crawl across the Mexican border and go to Mexico.
Yeah.
Only they imprison you or just kill you on sight.
I'm looking at my glass. It says I drink and I know things. Well, apparently I don't know enough.
No, sir. All right. Well, let's try and please the listener here. So we'll be back.
Will you stand and be counted? Our leader, our last voices, be the one to rise above the waste. Elective, immobile, no more time to wait. This is the way we
Well, there is no pleasing, listener Sean. I have a sudden feeling my credit score got lower. Okay. Such randomness. And in hindsight, we decided we probably should have played the Illegal Immigrant song by our good friends, the Cigar Rappers.
Yeah.
We'll probably let's end the show with the Illegal Immigrant song. By the way, did we even mention? I know last week we mentioned that FEMA basically gave the fuck you to Taylorville.
Yeah, it gave the shaft to Taylorville.
Yeah, did you know IEMA did too?
That I did not know.
The state funding even said fuck you.
Somebody throw something at them.
Yeah, so we're stuck holding the check for the whole thing. And this is how the death of a small town begins.
It's Illinois. What more can we say?
Yep. But the Blagojevich Jr. The fat cherub looking motherfucker,
Mayor Quimby.
Yeah, Mayor Quimby came down with Dick Durbin. Emphasis on his first name, Dick. Came down for their photo op and everything. So did Tammy Duckworth.
Well, of course they did. They got to make themselves look like they were
caring,
yeah, for the tragedy that happened.
Yeah, all three of them can tug on my balls. I am not a fan of Dick Durbin. I'm definitely not a fan of Mr. Quimby. And I'm exceedingly getting this anger towards Tammy Duckworth.
Yeah.
Because everything she swore an oath, not once but twice. She was a pilot in the military. Now she's in government. 2 times she had to say this oath. So twice she lied her ass off. Don't you think?
Yeah. And well, it just shows that they really don't care about the people.
No, they do not. They don't give a shit about you and me. They don't care about any of you. They don't care about Mr. Ho-Ho. They don't care about Mark, listener Sean. Anybody who's listening right now, they do not care about you. If you were in Illinois, you're just getting fucked. And Quimby's already talking about new taxes and how to fuck everybody. And his main objective is not just taxes. And I'm talking across the board. He wants to nail everybody with everything he possibly can.
Which we knew that was going to happen because that was on his website when he was running.
Yeah, and in large amounts. It's not like, like 1% here, 2% here. No. That motherfucker wants to put 30% on gas. 30% more on gas. Housing, property ownership, everything. He's wanting to ramp this stuff up as high as he can get it. Seriously, his gun control shit is through the roof too. But you know what? Illinois got the governor they deserve.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
I'm gonna say it. Illinois got the governor they deserved. You fuckers voted for this idiot. You voted for Quimby and his cabal of stupidity, and now you're stuck with it. So if I see any of you crying about anything, now if I see a single Democrat, a single person that voted for him, complain about anything he does, I'm laughing hysterically in your face because you asked for it. You had a choice, and you chose this walking rectum to run the state.
Yeah, I'll while he's laughing, I'll come and bitch slap you, so bring you back to reality, so you realize who you voted for.
Yeah, go ahead.
What has listener Sean got here?
We're not reading that. I like the way he thinks, but that's not happening.
Dude, you're like being so savage, yo.
Either he's drinking along with us, or he's really
that's
pissed
what
at
I'm
something.
actually beginning to wonder.
Sean, have you been drinking with us? We're all friends here. You can tell us. Just blink twice.
I drink and I know things. You know, I had a tweet just come in from somebody, one of the people I'm following, Alex Exum. California sheriff vows to physically remove ICE agents from jails. We were talking about illegals earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. California is just becoming a giant shithole.
Sean says he's sober. Maybe he's just pissy.
Are you sure you're sober? You're
sober?
See, I'm not.
What the fuck, dude? You have
Are
been
you
fucking
sober
up. You've been fucking up all night. And what are we? In 101st Airborne? Sobel?
Sobel.
Captain Sobel. Son of a bitch, man. But as you were carrying on.
Yeah, so apparently this sheriff, I ain't even going to pronounce his last name because it's like some foreign name.
Let me see it. Show it to me.
Villanuevo or something like that.
Where are you seeing that at?
Right there. It's like an illegal's last
Oh,
name.
yeah. Oh, yeah, he Mexican.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Villanueva.
Yeah, we are going to physically remove ICE from the county jails.
And that's why he wants to remove them.
Mm-hmm.
His family's in there.
Apparently, if they...
I never said we were politically correct. You guys can...
Apparently, if they commit more serious crimes, then they'll hand them over to immigration authorities. Doesn't California already having problems anyway?
Yeah, a little bit.
Are they not learning from it?
Apparently not. No, they're not, and they never will.
It's just crazy. It's like insanity. It's the definition of insanity.
But remember, that is why I call Illinois, Illifornia. Because whatever California does, Illinois parrots.
Yep. They'll imitate it.
Which is why we're going down a complete shithole.
Mm-hmm.
People are leaving this state en masse. And it's not an exaggeration. Like, oh, bring up the numbers. You go ahead and bring up the numbers, and then you look at the progression.
I come across that earlier today. The numbers of people that have dropped.
Yeah.
The people of leaving Illinois.
Yeah, they did a basically a census, and they're like, these towns are disappearing. Well, we don't understand why. Why are they leaving? Well, I don't know, because you're shitting on the Second Amendment. You're taking every fucking last dime that they have. You do realize that on any given day in Illinois, you're paying upwards of 65% to 70% of your income just in taxes.
Mm-hmm. And you keep electing the same jackholes back into office.
But nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to understand that and say, no, you're lying. I pay this much for FICA, this much for for Medicare and stuff like that. It's like, no. It's like every time you fire up your car, you're paying taxes. Yeah, you're paying taxes on taxes. You're paying taxes for more taxes. You're by the time you get to the store, you're already half taxed out. Like, your money doesn't mean shit here.
I'm actually surprised they haven't taxed us for breathing yet.
They tried that.
Don't surprise me.
The fucking EPA was actually trying that shit. You don't remember that?
No.
Yeah, carbon tax. They also want to, fine farmers for cow farts.
Yeah, that I did know. Yeah.
Welcome to Illinois. Well, yeah, it's all going downhill, and it starts every time in California. And you have some subtle hints. It's like, we referenced Matt as cooking. But it's like cooking. We're taking this large chunk of this stuff from California. We're going to sprinkle a little bit of this on here, and by the way, just to kick it up a little notch, we're going to throw in some New York.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, there you
go.
Bam. But that's exactly what's going on, and I don't know if it's just pure apathy or people just getting stupid nowadays. If their brains are just melting, turning into mush. I find it hard to believe that even in this state, in any state, that there's this many soft skulls.
I think it's a 50-50. It's 50 those who would rather stick their head in the sand so they don't know what's going on. And the other 50 are just too dumb to realize what's going on.
Well, that is the question.
I mean, that's my opinion.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird thing. And I hate seeing it. I hate seeing it, especially in my home state. You know how bad it's getting.
Mm-hmm.
But there is hope. There is hope. I have met some people from the college, from the U of I, and they are not like what you think.
Well, that's good.
I am probably a little bit more rough around the edges than they are, obviously, because, you know, foul language and drinking and being a jackass. That's me. I love it. But they think like we do.
Good.
And that's a rare thing to know.
Uh-huh.
It was kind of impressive being able to talk to them. And I hope that, you know, when they get out of college, that this is whatever major they're in, you know, journalism, whatever, that they can make a difference. And maybe they can drag some of their friends kicking and screaming with them and get some shit done. You know, I do believe there is some sort of hope for the future, even if it's a small one.
Agreed.
But, you know, instead of ending this show how we usually do, I guess since we screwed up, we're going to play by our friends the Cigar Rappers. We're gonna intro out with the Illegal Immigrant song, just so you know. But that is it for us tonight. I appreciate everybody for joining us, and obviously we'll be back next week. You can't stop the machine.
Definitely. We will catch you all next week.
And we're out of here.
I will build a great, great wall on our southern border, and I will have Mexico pay for that wall.
I come from a land that's down below to the USA from Mexico. Ignoring all your laws, we'll drive without insurance. On welfare rewards, I am relying. America, I am coming. Senoritas, a pregnant lady. Next thing you know, she's got an anchor baby. Build the wall. Build the wall. I come to your home with no green card, cause the border patrol needs a national guard. With traitors like Moonbeam, we'll stay here lying low. We come in droves to your Home Depot. Good luck making us pay so.
Wrong.
Apartments teeming with dozens more than fire code allows on an entire floor.
The wall just got 10 feet taller.
Build the wall. Build the wall. I come from the land of weed and blow, where the drug cartels all run the show. Progressives, we're your cause. We'll fly our flag in your land. Vote for liberals who will hide me in sanctuary cities. Hope and change means no deporting, and now I'm stuck with gangs like MS-13.
We have some bad hombres here, and we're gonna get them out.
No taxes from our jobs, the money we're accruing. Instead of ATMs, we send it home with Western Union.
builds walls better than me, believe me.